AEP customers should prepare for a rate hike on their bills. The utility told customers that increasing demand and higher supply costs means they have to pass on some of those costs to customers, which could be as high as nearly 30%. Chief Investigative Reporter Bennett Haverly is looking into this. Bennett?
Yolanda, AEP says it's required to pass on those costs and that this increase is largely due to recent auctions that help set the price for supplying the electricity that you get. But it's coming at a time when the utility has already faced criticism over customer relations, over a forced blackout last summer. And we also found records showing AEP is asking people to pay more while at the same time passing on profits to its shareholders. Let's go back to last summer when AEP cut off power to customers in order to shed some of the load on the grid. At the time, AEP said storm damage and hot temperatures forced them to act, to cut power in order to avoid longer, more prolonged blackouts. The net result, homes on this street in Clintonville were without power for days, and people were left feeling
hot and nasty, miserable, humid.
We return today on a much cooler spring day, where we found a much cooler reception to the news that AEP is raising its rates for some customers.
Well, I think it's ridiculous that the profitability of these organizations is built on the back of the consumer.
When I first told Douglas Frank about this news, he used a word I won't repeat, but he did say this.
Well, I'll curse every time I pay the bills, but I'm retired, I'm in reasonable shape, so it can be absorbed, but there are a lot of people like my kids that are, have young families. People like that are going to get hit the worst.
On its website, AEP said a typical customer using 1,000 kilowatt hours can expect their bill to increase by about 28%, up from $155 to $198. AEP said the increase is largely due to the results of a recent auction that helps determine the supply cost. While customers may be getting sticker shock, the Public Utilities Commission heard testimony last May that these supply costs could be increasing.
Unfortunately, the impact of the FERC order delays in PJM's auction schedule has come about precisely as energy prices are increasing significantly due to macroeconomic and geopolitical circumstances beyond our control. As a result, the SSO rates established for the regulated electric utilities through the recent SSO auctions are going up, and customers will see an increased price to compare.
And these increases are coming at a time when AEP has increased its quarterly dividends up to 83 cents per share. With 514 million shares out there on the market, the quick math means that's $1.7 billion in returns for shareholders. And today we have asked AEP on more than one occasion to comment about this increase. So far, they've not responded to those questions just yet. Yolanda?